Welcome to Study Wind, where we make learning a breeze. Today we will be looking at functions. So functions in maths are like functions in coding, in which they do specific things to a number. So for example, f of x equals x plus 3 would mean that if you run the function, if you do the function to whatever number you put in, x, then the result will be that number plus 3. So f of 3 would be 3 plus 3, which is 6. And f of x plus 3, if you're using algebra with functions, you'd have x plus 3 plus 3. So it would be x plus 6. And if you had a quadratic function, f of x equals x squared, you could put in f of 5 and it would equal 25. Or if you put algebra in, you'd end up with, if you used f of x plus 3, then it would come out with x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now we can go over some more complicated functions, like f of x equals x squared plus 3x. So f of 9 would be 9 squared, which is 81, plus 3 times 9, which is 27, equaling 108. And if it was f of x squared plus 5x, then it would be x squared plus 5x squared, plus 3 times x squared plus 5x. Coming out to a grand total of x to the power of 4 plus 10x cubed plus 28x squared plus 15x. And you can also have multiple functions together. So for example, if you had f of x equals x squared and g of x equals x plus 5, if you had f of g of x, first you do the function closest to the number. So in this case it's g of x. So first you add 5. So f of g of 5 plus 5 would be 10. And then you execute the next function with the new total, which is f of x. So you'd have 10 squared, which is 100. And if you had something more complicated, again with the function, g of f of x plus 3 would be x plus 3 squared, x squared plus 6x plus 9, as we've seen before, and then added 5, because f is the closest to the number, and the closest to the number gets executed first. Now time for a comprehension test. Check whether you've taken in what I've told you. So say f of x equals x plus 5. What would f of 7 equal? F of 7 would be 12, because 5 plus 7 is 12. Say f of x equals x cubed plus 6x. What would f of 4 be? F of 4 would be 88, because 4 cubed is 64, and 6 times 4 is 24. 64 add 24 would be 88. If f of x was x squared plus x, what would f of x plus 2 be? F of x plus 2 would be x squared plus 5x plus 6, because x plus 2 squared is x squared plus 4x plus 4, and adding x plus 2 would equal x squared plus 5x plus 6. And finally, the most complicated question, if f of x was x squared plus 5 and g of x was 5x plus 2, what would g of f of 2x be? G of f of 2x would be 20x squared plus 7, because 2x squared is 4x squared plus 5 would be 4x squared plus 5. And then you multiply all of that by 5, so you get 20x squared plus 25. And then you add 2, getting 20x squared plus 27. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more maths videos.